about study and your future plans, so that you won't have time to hang out with friends, have so much fun or doing nothing. So it is the right time for you to start thinking for yourself, for your future plans, for your savings, for better plans. Starting early is only a better idea than think about it when you are older, when you need to start anything at the beginning. So here are some typical reasons that we have summarized and record as a smart idea for teenagers to run their business or just working to make money if they haven't ready. So first of all, it is the financial independence, or in other words, teenager won't, won't rely on their parents any longer, just to begging for money. As they have a job, they can work as hard as they can and earn as much as they deserve. Secondly, there is if there is an opportunity, they can increase their sense of independence, or I would say that they are feel more confident about their job, about their ability, so that they will have the more opportunity for their vacancies in the future. Secondly, I would like to talk about the responsibility they would receive and feel better, as when they start working, they will know how hard it is to make money. As no job, no money doesn't grow on tree. We all know that. So that working and earning money seems to be more responsible as they are required to work. They also need to learn how to balance their money, their time between work and study, so that they would be more mature as how they used to be. Moreover, we would like to talk about their sharing with their family, as if they don't have work, they would depend a lot on their parents' money, and they just need their only job is to spending that money on their purposes, but not thinking about how hard working their parents have to do to make that amount of money, so that they would think more for their families and make money, and that the money they have earned is not only used for their their demands only. They will think for their family and will buy some goods, things just to say thanks to their family.
So today I'm going to talk about the teenagers start earning money at a young age. As Kun said about alternative, I would like to oppose it. So the first thing is it will distract you from your work, and it's also cause stress, because when you first ever start working at something, you are inexperienced. So which means you will need to study more, and you already have your study at school, which will double the stress that you are having. And a lot of teenagers and kids in our country are forced to work every day at an early age to support the family, so they are really missed out on their education. And when they start working, they will earn the money, and they might don't want to get back to their study, which they will miss out on a lot of opportunity in the future. And as I said before, they are at a young age, so they are inexperienced, which means they will be easy to get fooled. Like someone will trick you and then get you into the job, and they will drive you into China or or other country. Like you have read before, in the past there is a lot of people who from the country cross the river to get to Vietnam, but they fall in the 40 people two of them get caught and only 38 make it safe. And they are also easy to fail when they start off as doing something. They might give up because they don't have the spirit, the mental to do it. And for teenager, having too much work is not good. Like as I said, having a lot of homework at school is already causing stress them. And doing some, so which means they will be studying in the morning and the afternoon. So the only way they can get the money to work is in the night or in the evening, which will help them to less time to do the homework. So they need to balance it, but I don't think they would be able to. And they also they also have less sleep, which will cause them in during the school. Yeah. And having less sleep means less energy. Having less energy means they might sleep at school, and sleeping at school might get them into the power book of the teacher, which will write them in. And having that, their mom will mad at them and they will get detention. And they will be crowded. Being crowded, which means they are alone. Being alone, which means they have no friends. Have no friends means they sad. They sad means they cry. They cry means they're thirsty. But when you're crowded, you can't drink water, which means lead to your death. Sorry, that last idea might be a bit too far, but okay, that's so far. Ask me please.
I want to ask that you said that we started to work part-time nowadays is inexperienced and have to study more. And but there are some families that let children or their like son or daughter to go outside to have more experience than like just playing the video games or watching film at home in the summer. So can you tell me more about that?
What do you?
Okay, anything else?
So they say that this type of income is quite like inappropriate for teenagers. So can you tell me some evidence that stress is caused by this type of job? Like how many percentage of the teenagers have like suffer from stress and depression from this type of job when they enter this industry?
Well,
Nowadays, companies are really they requires you a lot of experience and qualifications. So if you don't you didn't have a job before, so how could they trust that you have experience enough to get that job at that place? They would rather choose a person that have more experience and more knowledge than you.
When you said you need to balance the time, can you tell me how can you balance it? Like you have work to do at school and also the time to need to study as well.
okay, anything else? Nothing else?
You said about that when teenagers start earning money at a young age, it means they will be independent in financial, and I don't think so. They will have to pay on their parents also, because you cannot, the money you make cannot pay for all of your basic every day. So what do you think about the financial here? Can you tell me a little bit more?
That's all?
About kind of job can you imagine for the young age to work? Like most of them, because they have to pay a lot of time in school, so they may be exhausted. So mostly they will choose something with the creative job. So can you give me some example of what type of job?
Okay. Okay, any other questions? Yes or no?
No.
No? No? All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
I will answer the question that if you work nowadays, you will have less time to do homework and less sleep, because the part-time job you work is based, the hours you work is based on your age. Like we are the students, the maximum hours we work is 40 hours, yes, a week, so that we cannot work more. So that I think you say that less time to do homework or less sleep is not enough. And we still just like 2 hours a day. We just go out to work 2 hours a day, and after that you come home. You have a lot of time to do your homework. Yes.
Okay, that's all.
Yes.
Now another question.
So secondly, they asked us how there are two questions which is quite relevant to that. Like first one is what type of jobs is considered as a job for teenagers, and secondly is how to balance our time. So we would say that the job that we do at our age now is not the obligatory job. It's just an optional. Like it's up to you. You can choose whether to. You can choose whether to work whenever you like, wherever you like, and like more so that there are diverse type of jobs that you can choose if you would like to, like take up a chance for your future jobs, such as like KOLs to represent for brands to like advertise their product. And your only job is just to like wearing it and like try it and like have some review about that brand. It's nothing very stressful. And it also helps you to like increase your confidence and your ability to verbalize your thinking. Another job that we could say that is quite suitable for teenagers is waiter, as you have the opportunity to not also earn like just a small amount of money, but also like you can have the chance to meet a lot of people with a lot of different characters, and that will help you to cope with difficult situations, which would be like very helpful in the future.
When I first heard the questions, I think it is such a negative idea, because you force people to believe that teenagers doesn't earn like too much, that they can afford all of the spending. But I don't think so, because nowadays teenagers are much more talents, and they can make like more than we can think about. So there isn't any definitions that they have to or they need their parents to pay, or they like rely on anybody. Secondly, I don't think that they work because they have to pay for their school fees or something. They just like need their experience, and they need to explore themselves more, or some kind of typical reasons that they want to go to work, not because the money they earn. There are some cases like that. So I don't think money is important here. If their parents like think or like force them to go to work. I don't think they should be parents because they should know the pressure of their children.
Okay, you asked about the part-time job that student work in the summer, right? So I think it's okay. I think it shouldn't, because as an adult, they have to like have a vacation week or like some day off, so they can go traveling, or also like stay at home for their mental health. So as a teenager, so they should have amount of time for them to like meditate themselves, like they can play. So they have to work because they all got a lot of stress from their work, for their study. And as an adult, they have improved health and mental, so they can handle stress in like a large amount of time. So they need a shorten, holiday day off. So yeah, that's my point.
Okay, thank you. Now the second question, who will answer it?
When girls ask for evidence of students being stressed by part-time jobs, I don't think that is necessary, because we can simply think of an imaginative experiment. Imagine that you work at a part-time job and you're both studying at the same time. So your brain's always on a constant tug of war between work and study. And eventually one side will overwhelm the other side, and then you will lose the balance, which will result in a lot of negative results. Take for example, if you sleep during school and then your performance at work decrease, then both sides aren't gonna end up pretty. And that should be, and if they don't get stressed, students don't get stressed, then people wouldn't. I don't think that students get stressed and they go and they brag about it on the internet, and there aren't any scientists that go and put up surveys asking whether students are stressed when maintaining a work and school balance. So really that question isn't very realistic. That's my point.
Okay. Okay, Lim, you have anything to say?
Có rồi.
So you did find out? Okay. So would you like to say it?
Tao nhục nữa, tao nhục không.
So I will be taking the example in the lower grade, like secondary or high school. So the survey involved 72 countries and consisting of 540,000 students responded, aged from 15 to 18, on average across OECD countries. The Economic Cooperation and Development, this is the organization. So 66% of the students who report feeling stressed and they are worried about the test will be difficult because they don't have enough time, which is like said, is called stress from both sides, and this will decrease your conductive. And I guess that's all. That is the percentages for girls.
Okay. So the third question, who will answer it?
The third question is about the company require quality and experience before entering a company, and this is like an advantage for you to enter the company, right? Here I think that as a teenager, you shouldn't start a job at a very soon age, because it's affect a lot that my teammate has said before. And if a company they require quality and experience, you can do it when you are in college and university. That is enough. Like my friend, he's been applying for Abbott, and she has been approved to work at Abbott. Although she just the third straight the third year university student, and she haven't earned any money at a very young age like high school. But she still have experience when she's learning at the first year and the second year, and she go and work and she have experience. So I was still approve her. So I think here that when the company requires quality and experience, you can work it when you are in the university.
So to conclude, our team would say that teenagers or even like students from university should be given the opportunities to work at the school in their free time or anywhere, every time they want. And more policies should be adopted by the government to encourage more and more young students to to start working early, and then they can adapt briefly to the new environment.